did then.
So it is Dan from 99.8 FM KCC Live and Don't Cross the Line. I'm joined by Paul, who's also a part of our team. You want to talk a little bit about your experience with disability football. Tell us a little bit about you and your involvement in sports in general in the community.
Well, my name is Paul Rudkin, and I've been involved with the Don't Cross the Line campaign since it started. Nearly come up to 18 years. Didn't expect it to be that long. I've known the organiser Mal before then, basically doing the football, the kids football, and then it just rolled from there basically. But the reason of the disability side is I think that's the way going forward now, because there's that many forms of disability. Not just football, this campaign, not just about football, grassroots football, this is grassroots sport in general. So we're talking hockey's, basically grassroots, all from everything.
Across the board?
Yeah, basically across the board. So the likes of the disability side, I mean, in a lot of schools now, in mainstream schools, you've got a lot of disability children in these classes, and they need to be spotted, because a lot of these kids are good at whatever sport they're doing in the school. So the likes of myself at the moment, I work for a company who actually deals with disability sports. We actually go into the community and we go into the schools. And
I was about to say your background's very athletic based and stuff.
Yeah, basically, yeah. My main sport is athletics. So I currently coach a lad with cerebral palsy at the moment for athletics, and he's seen over the years how he's progressed from basically hardly lifting certain body movements to what he's actually doing now is fantastic, and he's won quite a few medals at CP level. That's really encouraging for myself as a coach, and also obviously for himself as an athlete. But going back to the campaign side of this, we're hoping to get across the disability grassroots side to include all disability sports clubs or organisations that are currently struggling with maybe behaviour problems on the touchline with coaches or referees or parents even. If you are having those problems, we're here to try and help you out and obviously iron it out basically, and to put a stop to it. We've got a website up, which is the Don't Cross the Line website. We've also got a TV, DXTL TV from the touchlines. That's done on YouTube twice a week or 3 times a week, depending on how many all information we get. But the email address we've got for the likes of myself on the team, Sophie Cohen, Matthew Richards, we've all got the inclusion side of it, of the disability. We've all got an insight how to do. We currently go out and we do these type of sports in the community. We go and teach these children. We go and help them out in the schools in competitions.
When I spoke to Mal before, he told me a little bit about when Don't Cross the Line first started its inception in 2003. It was very much really bad behaviour. What was it like on the disability side when you first started getting involved with Don't Cross the Line?
Well, the disability side of it is like a brainwave, to be quite honest with you. We hadn't really thought about it at the time because it was only a small group doing the campaign, and then we had a chat and we come up with the idea, why not why grassroots disability, let's spread the ball, let's spread the field and get the disability side of it, and Mal's great, yeah, all forward. So that's what the topic at the moment we're doing is, that's what we're working on now, the disability. We've got pictures, we've been given pictures, 3G and 4G pictures in Ellesmere Port and also Ainsdale. And what we're at the moment, we're trying to get as many clubs involved. We've just got Special Olympics involved, Special Olympics Great Britain, SOGB. That is a big boost because they are a multi-sport organisation on the disability side. So to get them on board is a scoop, in my opinion. And we're in the process of getting tournaments set up in Ellesmere Port.
Just be post-COVID, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. So we're looking at maybe hopefully April next year, to have it up and running by then. But what the idea is, not just to have a football tournament for mainstream or cerebral palsy or Special Olympics. We're going to try and include it. So we're going to have like an inclusion disability competition on that, maybe the one day, depending on how many teams enter, or we actually might have it over the weekend. We're also looking at getting involved, well, hopefully setting up some coaching clinics, not just for the disability side of it, but also obviously mainstream children as well, coaching, and also young commentators.
Yeah.
So we're getting, and it'd be nice to obviously get young children in on the disability side of it, learning how the Andy Gray works, or the Martin Tyler, or your Jamie Carragher, things like that, because obviously there is budding young adults out there.
Yeah, there's some people who do, you know, especially with some disabilities, you only have a limited amount of mobility.
Yeah.
There's also other areas they can go into. Not many organisations would probably look into that. You'd also like to help them with the educational side. How does that come into it?
Well, obviously we'd have to set 1 or 2 courses up, maybe evening courses or a weekend course, whether it's a day course or it's a weekly course. It depends on how so many. It all depends on what the feedback is actually on those type of courses we would be putting on. So I mean, on the education side, it'd be nice to see a campaign of this structure putting things out like that, instead of just like your normal other sporting organisations putting course on. It'd be nice for us to put on for the community, because we are the community, basically.
And going back to something you said before, a little bit about Special Olympics. I know you've had a kind of a good working relationship, knowing that you've trained people to be on Team GB for the Special Olympics. Talk us a little bit about the process of getting them on board. How did that come about? Sophie, one of our team members, she actually plays for Special Olympics on the football side of it. So she asked a couple of questions to the relevant people who she actually is in contact with on a daily basis. She got back to myself, and then I emailed 1 or 2 people who I know through more or less similar people. I emailed, had a chat to them, gave them Mal's information. They got in touch with Mal, and I think it was the other day, one of the ladies emailed me back saying, yeah, great, we really want to get involved, we want to come on board. And everything you're doing here features in with the Respect campaign as well.
Yeah.
I was speaking to Mal about grassroots football mainly, but what's it like on the disability side of it? Is referees more respected, or is there still certain incidents?
It varies on what sport, to be quite honest with you. If you're looking on an outdoor sport with the referees, yeah, you're going to get a bit of. What you've got to take into consideration is the type of disability that is actually playing that particular sport. How can I say it? It's
how they perceived it.
Yeah, how the referee comes across to those people with the certain information, rules and incidents that have occurred, and explain to them. But basically, disability sport is you've just got to go and let these guys go and have fun. Have
you found, since being a part of Don't Cross the Line, is there more opportunities now for this disability sport to be shown?
I'd like to think so. Going down the line, I'd like to hopefully think from today onwards that a lot of disability organisations would like to come on board and get involved with the campaign, because at the end of the day, we're all in this for one thing, is making sure that those young adults or young children maybe even are enjoying themselves, fun and enjoying them.
I've asked you a lot of questions about what you're doing, but why did you actually join the Don't Cross the Line campaign? Why did you and Mal sit there and come up with this idea?
Well, Mal come up with the idea, I think he was on holiday, I'm not too sure. Or he woke up, he had something, he said, and he just woke up and he went, ping, I've got an idea. And this is what it was, because he was on a football match, and he seen, I think it was a young, getting verbal abused, and he went home, he slept on it, and then it's just basically just come out with it. But the reason I got involved is I just, at the time, I just thought it was yeah, it needed to be done. It was a great idea, and hopefully let's get it off the floor, and yeah, it's off the floor and it's moving.
So, obviously you're looking for disability sport organisations to get involved. If they want to get in touch with us, how can they do that, or yourself personally?
Well, we've got an email address. We've just set a new email address up. Inclusion. I think it's inclusion at DXTL.
It is inclusion at DXTL gmail.com, but we'll put the links in the description below this video. Thank you for joining us, Paul.
No
and if
problem.
you've got one message or one piece of advice for maybe a parent or a family member who may have another family member with disabilities, what advice would you give them?
Don't hesitate. Get in touch, because we can help. We can help you get it across to any sport that your children want to get involved with, and we can hopefully progress that and take it forward.
As I said, all the info is in the description box below, and we'll see you soon. It won't go.